All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome out to Scheels in Grand Forks. This is the Scheels KnightRiders Coaches Show, live from Jenna's Cafe here in Grand Forks. It is our final show before Christmas break, and then we're going to take a couple of weeks off and rejoin you right after the new year. We'll talk a little more about our schedule later on in the show. But the Scheels KnightRiders Coaches Show, of course, sponsored by Scheels in Grand Forks. And we'd like to thank Scheels in Grand Forks for welcoming us here and providing a space for us to have the Scheels KnightRiders Coaches Show. Go to Scheels.com. Stop on over at Scheels. A lot of great deals. We'll probably even talk about them with our guests tonight, as you never know. You never know what you're going to get on the Scheels KnightRiders Coaches Show right here in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Pleased to join on our Coaches Show, and this is our Student Athlete Spotlight here tonight. Tonight we're spotlighting 8th grade goaltender Kaylee Baker. Kaylee, how's it going?
It's doing well.
So I got to ask, and I asked you before, but now that we're on the air, I can ask again. Do you ever see pucks in your sleep?
Sometimes. I mean, only when you play really great, I guess.
Well, did you see pucks in your sleep last night, or did you sleep pretty good?
I was out pretty good last night, yeah.
That's right. But you probably saw a lot of pucks against Williston and Mandan as you played in those two games. You come into the end of 2019 or 2018 with a 2-1 record, and honestly, as an 8th grader, how does it feel to be out there with some of the top players in the state of North Dakota, some of them even on your own team?
It's a dream come true. I mean, I've been thinking about this for many years, from when I was in 10U. Just being able to play with some of these girls when they were on the team and I was a really young girl, it's just really inspiring and really exciting. Absolutely.
Now your team is off to a pretty darn good start this season. You're 5-3 overall in conference play. You guys are 5-2. A nice start to the season. You happy with where you guys are right now?
Yeah, we're playing really great. Our forwards are doing really well, and our defense is playing really great. Last night they blocked a lot of shots, and they played pretty well.
Absolutely. Now let's talk a little bit about that game last night. You played Fargo North-South at home over at Eagles Arena. What did you think about playing what is the top team in the state of North Dakota?
It was a little nerve-wracking in the beginning of the day, but it was pretty relaxed when I got in there, and it was a really exciting game just to be part of.
I tell you what, were you scared when they started shooting those shots at you? I mean, there were some of those that I would call zingers. I mean, they hit that puck hard, and it's like, ooh, where'd that come from?
For sure. I mean, some shots are harder than others, but just bear down and track the puck, and at the end of the day, just stop all the pucks that you can.
That's right. 3-0. You guys fell last night. You guys have kind of gotten into a little bit of a hole, but that's what the second half of the season is around for. Let's take a look back. When you were in 10U, did you ever imagine as an 8th grader you'd be playing varsity?
Definitely not a realistic expectation, but I had dreams back then. And Abby Shower, I mean, she was an 8th grader, and my dad was her teacher. And I remember just going into his classroom at the end of the day, and she would be in there and just being a great role model. And it's really exciting that I get to be a part of a team with her as well.
Absolutely, and you've got a lot of other great teammates. I mean, what does this team mean to you this year?
It's just a great opportunity and a great experience, and I'm so thankful for what I have right now. It's really exciting. And, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, you guys, as we take a look at how the season's come on, you played your first varsity game in the third game of the season against Williston at home, a 14-0 win. Nothing like getting a shutout into your first varsity matchup.
Just like my really good old coach told me, he's like, you're going to remember this for the rest of your life, and that's definitely something that's going to happen. And I got the brick. It's something that's in our program that when you get a shutout, you get to put your name on it. And I was the third goalie to have my name on there, and that's a really cool opportunity. And it's been with me since that game.
Do you have to carry the brick around wherever you go?
Yep, it'll be in the bag tomorrow.
Oh, boy. What does that mean? I mean, obviously the brick, that's something special within your team. And to be the one holding it now since that 14-0 shutout, what's that mean for you?
It's a really cool opportunity, especially when you think about that Quinn Kuntz's name is on there and that she's committed to Ohio State, and that's just a great inspiration that she made it that far and she's in the same place that I was. So it's really cool.
And, of course, we're talking about not just any Ohio State, the Ohio State
That's
University.
right.
Now, as you go on through your high school years, obviously only being an 8th grader, you got a lot of time to think about it. Any thoughts of playing college hockey somewhere?
Of course, it's always a dream, and dreams are starting to become a thing that's becoming really true right now. Just keep working hard is what I just keep telling myself, because if you're good enough, they're going to find you. So I just really am looking forward for the next couple of years, yeah.
Talk a little bit about Coach Hedlund. Obviously, she got you your starts here with the varsity squad this year. What's Coach Hedlund mean to the team?
She's a great coach. She keeps the girls in line. She's very hardworking, brings the best out of all of us every single day, and is just a great hockey coach at the end of the day.
Absolutely, and we're not just saying this because she's sitting right in front of us, of course.
Of course not.
Talk about your other goalies that play with you. I mean, it's top to bottom a great goaltender core. You've got junior Emily Ziegler and freshman Kendra Nordic playing with you.
For sure. They're great competition. We bring it every day and we compete. I would not be where I am today without them. They're just competing every day just to make yourselves better. They're great people to know. They're very nice people, and I'm just thankful for all of them.
All right, now that we've kind of gotten all the hockey things out of the way, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to give you some rapid-fire questions, and then just whoever comes to your mind first here, who's got the hardest slap shot?
Abby Shower.
Abby Shower.
I take that back. Payne Krewald. Payne Krewald.
Who's the toughest defenseman you guys have?
Probably Payne Krewald.
Peyton Krewald. Okay, if somebody were to get in a fight, who would you want for your team?
Probably Haley Stenberg.
All right. Let's see. What's the next one? Okay. You had to take a penalty shot against your own team. Who do you not want to face?
Who do I not want to face?
Yes.
Abby would probably deke me pretty well, so probably not Abby.
Favorite professional hockey player?
Carey Price. I like him, yes.
Absolutely. Favorite college hockey team?
UND on the guys' side, but on the girls, probably Bemidji State, because we have a couple girls that are local.
Absolutely. Favorite high school hockey coach?
Alex Edlund.
Oh, you saved yourself there. Let's see. I got another good one coming in my head, and I'll ask it here. Favorite NFL football team?
Vikings.
All the way, right?
All the way.
Adam Thielen, I'm hoping.
He's my favorite guy on the team.
Woo! She's already made brownie points with me. Let's see, this question. Favorite high school boys hockey team in North Dakota?
Central.
Whoa! Oh, that's right. You're going to Central. I knew that. Least favorite high school hockey team in North Dakota on the girls' side?
Oh, probably West Fargo is probably up there.
Ooh.
Bismarck, because they've won quite a bit. I don't know. Probably one of those higher-end teams.
Least favorite boys hockey team in North Dakota?
Probably Bismarck Century.
Oh, boy. Oh, last question. What should I say? Favorite store to shop at in Grand Forks?
Scheels.
That's right. Shout out for the Scheels team here in Grand Forks. Kaylee Baker, tell you what are you most looking forward to as we head into the second half of the season?
Hopefully a couple more wins and just getting better as a team, and, of course, the state tournament.
Favorite position in hockey?
Goalie.
All right, we'll be back on the Scheels KnightRiders Coaching Show after this timeout.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life. This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick, but these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life. This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick, but these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Back here on the Scheels KnightRiders Coaches Show, live at Scheels in Grand Forks. Joining me now, Alex Hedlund. By the way, before we get too far, This is our final broadcast of the of the 2018 season. Don't forget to stop out at Scheels here in Grand Forks. Now until Christmas, they've got the bell ringers here in Grand Forks, donation to the Salvation Army. I've been meaning to mention that on every show. Marcus keeps forgetting to tell me to mention it on every show. I'm going to put that on Marcus. And by the way, just a programming note, January 8th, we'll be in East Grand Forks, cover the KnightRiders at East Grand Forks. That is something we honestly just scheduled within the last hour on our way down to Grand Forks. Marcus and I decided, well, it's only another 3 miles. Why not? Why not go over to East Grand Forks? That'll be at the Civic Center, I believe, on the 8th of January at 7 o'clock.
Yep, wonderful. We appreciate that.
Joining us now, that is the voice of Alex Hedlund, head coach of the Grand Forks KnightRiders. Coach, first of all, it's been a while since we visited. Only missed 2 games since we visited, but tell you what, it's hard to believe the New Year's right around the corner.
Yeah, it's crazy. We always talk about our seasons kind of in 2 parts, 2018, 2019, and same thing each year. And we're excited about what 2019 season is going to have in store for us. We have 3 more games before then, a conference game tomorrow versus West Fargo, and then right after Christmas we do this holiday mini tournament in Crookston. We play Crookston and Park Rapids, so 2 non-conference games, and then a little bit of a break before we go to the second half of our season.
Second half of the season starts officially right after the new year, and I tell you what, then it's back into conference play. And let's assess the season so far. Obviously, you and I talked about this last night, Coach, but assess the season to this point.
I think we're doing a lot of good things. We've had some bumps. We've had to figure out things along the line, moving injuries and so on and so forth. And I think players have stepped up into some big roles. We finally moved Haley Stenberg back to forward, so she'll play forward in tomorrow's game, and just adjusting a little bit as we need to. But we've been playing good hockey, but we know we're capable of more. And as we become more and more veteran hockey players, like our 8th graders at defense, that's a big reason we moved Haley up, is they've graduated to the point where we feel comfortable with them out on the ice at any time, and that's huge for players that were playing 12U last year. And just working through different teams, different talents is huge. And we've won 5 conference games, but we know we can do more, and we want North-South game back. We want Davies game back, and that's why it's nice that you get to play everybody twice in the regular season. So yeah, like you said, right away, January 3rd, we play Davies there, so that'll be huge.
You had Thief River Falls at home back on the 11th last Tuesday, 5-0 loss to Thief River Falls. What did you take out of that matchup?
They're a really, really talented, fast Minnesota hockey team, and in my opinion, probably one of the most talented teams we'll play all year. And I think that was a good test to kind of show where we're at among some very talented hockey teams. And it showed that there's some things we need to work on and clean up a little bit, and they release the puck really quick. We need to make sure we're in passing lanes and blocking shots more, and we did I thought a really good job of doing that against North-South, and that's something we've worked on since last Tuesday. So yeah, good hockey team. Obviously though, doesn't matter the talent that you play, you need to find ways to put the puck in the net, and that's something that obviously not scoring in 2 games, that big reason we made some lineup switches today, and hopefully that helps for tomorrow's game.
Last night you played Fargo North-South over at Eagles Arena in Grand Forks. What did you think of the Fargo North-South game? Obviously, number 1 team in the state. You guys only let in 3 goals. I thought you played well.
Yeah, I did too. Obviously, when you get outshot as much as we did, you don't want that. You need more than 11. I say it to you all the time. You need more than 11 shots to get goals. Yep. To get pucks in the net. We did have some good chances. We had some good odd man rush opportunities, some breakaways, but they're fast. They're really fast. They're really talented. Their fastest player on the team was a KnightRider for 2 years, in number 18, Grace Hemneth. So we were joking that, geez, anytime we thought we had a chance, we see number 18 cruising by, but which makes us even more a little agitated because she was one of us. But no, it's still it was a fun game, physical game. Two teams that worked really hard. Yeah, they're talented. They're deep. Anyone they can put out anyone on the ice, and they're a threat. So they're fun to play against, but they're also very challenging to play against. So it's good for us to see these teams though early in the season. The way the schedule's set up, we don't see Bismarck until January, and then again in February, where we get to see Davies November, January. We get to see North-South December, January. So it's nice to see these teams a little bit earlier, and then we can base where we're at then to a month and a half later and kind of see where we're at, where they're at.
December 27th to 28th, next Thursday and Friday after Christmas, you guys wrap up the 2018 portion of your calendar at Crookston. What do you expect to gain out of that?
I think just the playing time is huge. I don't want to say too much about the games beforehand, but looking at scores and kind of what both Crookston and Park Rapids lost in the past year, I think they're both down a little bit. So not to count our chickens before they're hatched, but hopefully some time to get players in, lots of playing time for all, and just work on, obviously non-conference game too, we can work on some little things that you still want to win the game and do things right, but you can experiment a little more without fear of losing those 3 points.
Coach Alex Hedlund joining us here on the Scheels KnightRiders Coaches Show. After the break, we'll look at the 2019 portion of the schedule. We'll come back after this timeout. You're listening to the Scheels KnightRiders Coaches Show right here on Digital North Media.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Back here on the Scheels KnightRiders Coaches Show, here presented by Scheels in Grand Forks. Joining me, Alex Hedlund, the head coach of the KnightRiders, and Coach, 2019 gets underway right away, January 3rd. I'd imagine that's going to make for a quick break, having games on December 28th, and then the next week, January 3rd, you guys travel to Fargo and take on Fargo Davies at the Coliseum. And then you go to East Grand Forks, Bismarck, and then Williston, and then Minot, and then back to Fargo North-South, not home until January 26th. We talked about that yesterday, and you and I kind of were both surprised.
You were right.
Hey, I was right for once.
I don't say that very often to people. I'm pretty stubborn, so you better take that and remember it.
I'll take it and remember it.
No, we're going to be the Road Warriors, Chris. whites are gone. We're going to switch between our blacks and our grays. So good thing we've got 2 different jerseys so we don't wear out the other one. But no, it's a good test at this point in the year too to have to play in other people's rinks. And obviously we're going to have to be able to succeed in a different rink that we're not used to at the state tournament. So this is good for us. And our biggest break is probably going to be from Friday. We're going to practice Friday after our game tomorrow, and then giving them the whole weekend off, Christmas Eve and Christmas off. I told them take a little break from hockey, spend time with your family, kind of get refreshed and rejuvenated a little bit, and then we'll practice once before we go to the holiday tournament, and we have our alumni game and weekend, and there we go, and we're back at it. So obviously, I think our biggest break is just taking some time for Christmas. That's what it's about. I want to be with my family. They want to be with their family, and then we'll get back at it and get to work.
But then 5 your last 6 games of the season are at home. You start off with Mandan, then Eastside comes for your final tune-up before your last push to the state tournament. Then you travel to Jamestown, and then Devils Lake, Bismarck, and West Fargo Cheyenne come here to end the regular season. And just think 2 months away, basically it's a state tournament that, it looks like we're going to start out over at the Farmers Union Center.
Yep.
And then hopefully playing the next 2 games over on the big rink. And honestly, hopefully playing that last game on Saturday.
Absolutely. I don't even get to play in them, and I still get, the goosebumps talking about them. My best memories as coaches are in that. As a coach is in that rink, actually. Just happened to be, so my first year and my third year, they were in Fargo. My second and my fourth year was in Grand Forks. And the 2 years it was in Fargo, we made it to the state championship. So I don't know if that's a coincidence or what, but I'm going to go on that we want to do that again. And that rink's just so fun to play in. And, yeah, we got to win that first one. The Farmers Union even, too, it's a nice new rink. The fans are all on one side, and so it gets pretty loud in there. And the last time we played in there, we played West Fargo. We were the 6th seed. They were the 3 seed, and won. So that was really, really fun and good memories. Obviously, only some of the kids were on the team then, but still, everyone talks about wanting to be in a state championship game, and it's cool. I mean, they treat you well. The game obviously is important, but just the little things the kids get to be a part of are really cool too. They get a send-off. They get escorted to their locker room, called out on the ice in the dark rink. Just cool things that kids dream about, even coaches dream about. So obviously I want to win that state championship too, more than ever. But, in the process, we're going to focus on becoming better hockey players and better people every single day we come to the rink.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, 2018 has treated us quite well. Lots of nice things in store for 2019, and tell you what, I'm really looking forward to this second half of the season, and it all starts with our trip on the 8th to East Grand Forks, and then we are back home, and not until the 26th.
Yep.
I still can't believe we're gone from Eagles Arena for over a month, but nonetheless, we'll take it when we can get it, and tell you what. We're gonna take a break from the Scheels KnightRiders Coaches Show. Just a programming note, and now I gotta find my schedule. Thank goodness I talked to Marcus enough where I don't have to go hunting and searching. I just saw something that said Hilly. Is he calling Hillsboro Hilly now? Yeah. I think he is. Our next Scheels KnightRiders Coaches Show, January 9th. So we will take a couple of weeks off. We'll enjoy the Christmas holiday on the 26th, the New Year's on the 2nd, and we'll be back here at Scheels in Grand Forks on the 9th for our next edition of the Scheels KnightRiders Coaches Show. Coach, obviously, what's a New Year's resolutions? I got one that I'll share after she shares hers.
Maybe not yell at refs quite as much.
Oh, that works. You don't yell at refs, do you?
Once in a while.
Just once in a while?
Yeah, just once in a while.
Just once in a while. My New Year's resolution, call a state championship hockey game for the KnightRiders.
That'd be pretty awesome.
All right. Kaylee Baker joined us earlier. Marcus Dale is our engineer. For some reason, he never gets his voice on the Coaches Show, but one of these days we'll get Marcus to host it here on the Scheels KnightRiders Coaches Show. For Alex Hedlund, my name is Chris Larson. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays from all of us here at Digital North Media. Good night.